Welcome back. We're still talking political and democratic literacy in Nigeria. We have Juliet Kego, Joyce Odua, and Tuko Puta sharing their thoughts with us. So, Juliet, when you started out, you cited a section of the Electoral Act that has to do with transference when you move from one place to the other. And you talked about the fact that a lot of people don't even know that you can write, take it there to that local government where you just went to now.
Yes,
the rest of the process is up to them. Now, there are those who have attempted this. Indeed, they're actually tweeting it. I'm trying to get that person. Uchechuku Kebo says, how long does it take to effect the voter card change from when the applicant submits his application to the rec office? Are there any means of tracking the process? What about we are working on it, or is it's still in progress? Now, these are some things that people have experienced. But then, in a digital age, why do we still have to go physical, write, submit, and then, you know?
Actually, that's what the law says that you should write. But I believe that if INEC, if they're up to their game, what they need to do now is to have their website and where one can just write, send it to their email. But you find out that it's even difficult getting this information to be able to send to them. Because I believe if you go to their website now, maybe I'm not talking about the INEC itself, I mean the state INEC. If you go to their website now, you might not see anything there. Actually, I've not been there, so I can't really say. Maybe you might not even see anything. You might send it, they might not even look at it. Because you find out that in our system here, although we are now in the, what do they call it, IT age, right?
Yeah.
You find out that you will send a mail to a company. Nobody will reply you. That is even a private company. Now we are talking about a government institution. You will send a mail, nobody will respond. I believe so. So what you need to do, you don't need to go to their office, like I said, just go to your local government. The law says you take it to the local government, a place that is close to you. So when you take it to the place that is close to you, they might require some other things from you. So you might need to go there physically, maybe give them the address and the letter. So you have to be there physically. They will acknowledge receipt and maybe tell you when to come back for it. And I think within 30 days, you can sort this out if you go there physically. But I'm talking about if you say you want to send it there, this is IT age, you send it by IT, you might not get a response because you might not get a response.
I am with you, Joyce, because, you know, at the heat of the land use palaver, we were given an email address, and they promised that they would respond as soon as they got your complaint. I personally sent an email to the land use charge office 3 months ago, and I'm still waiting for a response. Now, during the break, we were talking about women being a large part of those who actually come out to vote on election days. What advantage is this to our process? One. And two, do these women have enough understanding of why they're going to line up in the sun and in the rain and all that? They make up the large numbers.
Yes. Correct. I mean, we look at all the numbers and all the, like, women, you know, turn out in the, you know, in the large numbers to vote. The thing, though, is I don't think women, Nigerian women, have really understood the power that we wield. I think that if Nigerian women understood the sort of power, the political power that we have, we would have a lot more women in
participating
office. Participating, yes, in the process, not just as voters, but as candidates and even getting elected. Because what tends to happen is that, and there's I think he was a member of the House of Rep, Kazari, he had said something, it sounded very funny then, but what he had said was that women shouldn't be given power, like additional powers. They were talking about the gender equity bill and all of that, and he said, oh, you don't, you know, we shouldn't give them more power because already they're so powerful, right? They control us at home, they control us in the bedroom, they control us everywhere, you know.
It does sound
you know,
yes.
And if we give them, you know, additional power, you know, they're going to control all of us. And people, there was this uproar, like, on social media saying, you know, this guy is, you know, he's just demeaning women and he's doing that and he's doing all. But in the middle of all that conversation, there was a point that I picked out. I said, listen, forget the aspect of his, you know, his talk, which seemed to be demeaning women and his, you know, but there's an important point he's made. He's talked about the power of agency. That even at the home, which is really the nucleus of society, that it is the woman, you know, forget all the talk about head of the family and all of that. The neck holds the head, right? The woman is the one. He said it. He said they control a lot. So if women awaken to that power, what it means is that we can cohesively organize ourselves. For instance, I mean, and I think, Alera, you'd mentioned it, where political parties.
Alera here.
Oh, Alera. Yeah, Alera. I mean, Joyce. So, Alera, you know, we talked about this in the break, where we're saying political parties are giving, you know, they say for some women it's free, the nomination forms, right? And we're saying that's not what we want. We don't want a nomination form for president to be 45 million, and then you tell women it's free. That's tokenism. It's insulting.
And it's demeaning.
It's demeaning, because the person you're handing something for free, you're going to treat that person as less than. You're going to say, okay, sit in this pretty corner, and whatever we tell you, you do. After all, you're getting it for free. What we need political parties that create equitable laws and level playing ground. Not 45 million. It is absurd. And for a party that came into power saying, you know, they're going to do this, do that, do that, make it even, 1 million even, you know, so that anyone who is competent, has the capacity, has the character, can obtain this and does not need to be beholden to godfathers or godmothers, you know, to get into power. So no, we need to have those conversations where we're saying the structural things that need to change. Let's work on them. Because if you don't work on those things, the apathy will continue.
Okay, while we're still talking about, while we're still talking about structural things that need to change, Joyce, this matter of vote for money, or money for vote, as the case may be. When Duke was talking, and we'll come back to Duke to tell us, let's begin to work out how we're going to move forward. But let me ask you this. Can we overcome this vote for money or money for vote situation? Especially seeing that the politicians deliberately, according to what the way Mr. Puda put it, deliberately keep the electorate in the dark. So that when they come, oh, you're hungry, okay.
Here's a loaf of bread.
Here's a loaf of bread, eat and feel good. And then, remember, I gave you a loaf of bread.
I gave you 5,000.
Keeping the voter ignorant of what he or she, the power he or she has. Can we overcome that?
Yeah, we can overcome that. The most important thing for electorates to know now is that they have the power. And you don't have to sell your future for just a loaf of bread. That is what most of the people have been doing. But this is because of the poverty level in the country. The poverty level is so high. For example, I think I read somewhere that they said maybe 1 in every 4 or 4 in every 10 Nigerians is hungry. If not even more than that. You find out that what happened is this. The politicians, like you said, they are trying to, you know, weigh this on the people, the poverty level, so that it will be high, so that when they come on that day, maybe on the queue, they will give you 1,000 naira. You will now vote for them. They will still be in power. They will come to your house, bring a bag of rice. What do you do with a bag of rice? The bag of rice will finish in 3 days. It depends on the number of people you have in your family. A bag of rice will finish in a month. The 500 naira you collect on that queue will finish in just 1 day. Just you going back, you will finish it. So I think it has come to a stage that the Nigerian electorate or the citizens of Nigeria, they should think that even if you bring your money, I'm not going to collect this money from you. Because I'm not going to be like Esau, that sold my birthright just because of, is it a plate of porridge or something like that? I'm not going to be that. Okay, I'm going to be hungry today, but you are not going to get there. I'm going to make sure that the right person gets there, because whatever political decision the person takes on that seat will affect me. today, and it will affect me tomorrow, and it will affect my children. So if Nigerians come to, have that mentality that, no, these people, they have used us for so long, it is time for us to change, you will find out that Nigeria will be a better place for us.
It's time for us to change, Joyce, but they're still hungry.
Yeah.
Minimum wage is 18,000 naira. Where does that get anybody? They regard election time as this is our time to collect from them. Because once they get in there, they're not going to think about us. That's the attitude.
Yes, good. They're not going to think about us because you are voting it. If you collect